Good evening. Welcome to another edition of the 411 Talk Zone radio show. My name is Leon Jones. This evening, I want to talk about thirsty males. That's right, thirsty males, or simps, or cucks, whatever you want to call them. Now, this is very important because a number of these thirsty males are posing as PUAs, fake MGTOWs, fake red pillars, when they're really blue pillars. Now, here's my backup information on what I see. I was watching a video that Iman67 posted of Olivia Alexa. Now, that one video that she did had 45,000 views. And when I went into the comment section, a lot of the comments were by guys. Now, it's funny that guys talk about women, but guys gas up these women. And some of these women out here are rather attractive, they're seductive, but remember, they're the succubi. They're looking to take power away from you. Now, I'm not telling guys who to subscribe to, who to comment to, or who to support. What I'm simply saying is if you call yourself a red pillar or MGTOW, you should understand the philosophy of MGTOW, that you don't allow women in your spaces. And if they come in your spaces, you ignore them. Let me give you another example. I always go on C Boogie's page. And I left a comment on his video that he did today, and I hope C Boogie sees it, that I talked about African Americans who build infrastructure. And I'm referring to the men. And what I said in my comment is that if black men ever build infrastructure, the black women are going to want to control it. And I'm talking about the modern day black women. Why? Because they want to control a relationship. And a number of them have a deep-seated hatred for black men. It is true, and you can't deny it. Well, this black woman came on his page to try to respond to my comment, what infrastructure? She knew what infrastructure I was talking about. I didn't go back there to respond to her. Again, I ignore women who come in male spaces. And if they come on my channel, I'm going to ignore them as well because this is a man's channel. If you don't like what's being presented, stay away from our channels. But you have a number of women who want to come into our spaces to have something to say, and they don't even know the content matter of what we're speaking. And we're speaking in truth. And this is why a number of them want to get our videos flagged. But moving on to a number of these thirsty males out there who are posing as MGTOWs and red pillars. What you're doing is you are watering down the MGTOW philosophy by allowing these females to come into your spaces. You're going into their spaces and you're exposing yourself. And just like Iman67 said in one of his videos, what men do is betray themselves. They portray one aspect of a man, but they're really the other. They contradict themselves. Now, fellas, I'm going to just give you a warning. When you're too thirsty, you're going to become exposed. If you want to know more about the red pill and the MGTOW movement, you need to watch Sandman, Iman67. You need to watch C Boogie, Brother Matt Cole, even Reg the Bad Guy, Thomas Lundy. You need to watch Coach Greg Adams, even Steve the Dean Williams. There are men out here that will get you straight. And you can even watch my channel because at the end of the day, the MGTOW philosophy is about men going their own way, not in a selfish way, but men not utilizing themselves as a tool for women. And it's especially important around these holidays, because if you see the commercials, it's all about us giving everything to her, but her not giving anything to us. When it comes to thirst, black men, and I said this in my last video, you let that pussy become your kryptonite, you're going to be back on a plantation. I don't care how fine a woman is. You need to not only listen to what she says, but look at what she does. Now, some women may thumb this video down, which I don't care. This is a man's channel. And I'm going to give you the truth from a male perspective. This is the 411 Talk Zone radio show where I give you information. But I'm finding that there are too many simps out here posing as MGTOWs, posing as red pillars, and they're exposing the philosophy. This philosophy should be like the Masons. Secret. This philosophy is about men fulfilling their own prophecies. Because as I said before, this westernized modern day woman doesn't want to have anything to do with men until they run out of opportunities. You see, this modern day woman believes more in institutions than in family. Now, the institutions I call the 5 power conferences of society. I'm talking about the religion, the corporations, the government, the media, and the education system. Those have the cancerous feminazis who have integrated those institutions, and they've brainwashed women. You see a number of them right here on YouTube. But when I see a number of brothers supporting women's channels and not supporting channels like mine, and I have a very small channel, I only have around 1,100 subscribers. But you have brothers that will go support these women who have 30, 40,000 subscribers, and they don't really have any content. They just look good. Don't let that beauty be your kryptonite. And to you young brothers, it's especially important because a number of these women have an agenda, and their agenda is to infiltrate male spaces so they can gather all the information about us, and then they'll use it against us. And at the end of the day, if we say something wrong, our videos will become demonetized, but their videos will stay monetized. You see, with this social media and this modern day woman, it allows women to be free with what they want to say, but it doesn't allow us to have a voice. And while we have a voice, you need to understand, brothers and brothers across the racial lines, that the more information you give this modern day woman, the more she will use it against you. Now, to be red pill means you need to understand the philosophy of MGTOW and being a man. You need to know where you want to go in life. Because at the end of the day, a number of these women don't care about you. Have I watched some of these women's videos? Yes, but I'm not subscribed to their channels. I won't subscribe to any woman's channel. I don't even comment on any woman's page. I don't care to because I'm not interested in their content. I look at MGTOW content and red pill content. You look at the brothers out here who are teaching you something. It's not your space to call these women queens, because they're not. And when you call a woman a queen, a diva, a boss, you're just putting them on a pedestal. And I see a lot of that in the black community. And too many black men are simps out here, and they allow these women to get their egos ballooned. And once that happens, their confidence goes out the window with narcissism. Brothers, especially you black brothers, you got to stop thinking of sex all the time. Got to think of building infrastructure, a community. You got to have goals. Chasing women is not a goal. And whatever you build, don't worry about women coming. Worry about fulfilling your own self. See, the more you go on their pages and support them, you fill their heads up with confidence. They're already utilizing the princess syndrome against you. They're already trying to drain you of resources. They already have all these rights. Don't give them a chance to get even more rights. Because what they want to do to us, this modern day feminazi woman, is beat us into submission so we'll become subservient to them. What we have to do as men is stop being so thirsty, stop being fake. If you're a blue pillar and you want to learn about being a red pill, you have to watch MGTOW channels. You have to understand the philosophies of MGTOW. MGTOW is not feminism. Feminism is a political movement that's embarked in Marxism. MGTOW is a philosophy about men satisfying themselves, and they're not being used as a tool by women to satisfy women. That's what going your own way really means. A number of people are mistaking MGTOW as an anti-feminist movement. Certainly we don't like feminists, but we embrace being a man. Because there are a number of these brothers out here who are jumping on these female platforms and they're agreeing with the females. You don't see females agreeing with us. They act like they agree with us, but they really don't. They have hidden agendas. And brothers, you got to be smart enough to understand that. Because they're trying to nudge you back to the plantation. And if you're not careful, they're going to force you back to the plantation. And they're going to force you utilizing their sexuality. That's what the succubus does. Succubus just takes the power from you sexually, and it gives her more power. But at the end of the day, brothers, you got to be about your purpose. Start supporting more men's channels. Because as red pill men, we're trying to teach you about some common sense. Now again, I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a life coach. I'm a person that just presents common sense. And at the end of the day, being fake MGTOW, fake red pillar, doesn't do us any good as men. And when it comes to this philosophy, we don't want this philosophy to be mainstream. Because when it becomes mainstream, women will infiltrate it and they'll water it down. And they're going to utilize their sexuality to get men on their side. We don't need that to happen. So as a man, number one, don't let women define you of what a man is. You define yourself as a man based on your purpose of life. Because at the end of the day, as a man, you want peace, not war. And that's my commentary for this edition of the 411 Talk Zone Radio Show. If you like what you just heard, please comment, share, and subscribe. Till next time, my name is Leon Jones. I'm out.